People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharak and welcome to In Case You Missed It.
Hello, I'm Mariah Ramharak and welcome to a brand new episode of In Case You Missed It on SportsMax and CEEN TV. Well, the West Indies women, they have impressed so many cricket lovers in the recently concluded T20 World Cup in Dubai. Remember, the Windies ladies beat England to secure a spot in the semi-final, but then suffered a narrow 8-1 loss to New Zealand in the Women's T20 World Cup semi-final, preventing them from moving to the final. Well, New Zealand, they eventually went on to win the Women's T20 World Cup for the first time, beating South Africa by 32 runs. Well, today it's my absolute pleasure to be joined by Windies cricketer Afy Fletcher, who was also named in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Team of the tournament. Welcome to the show, Afy. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. Thanks.
All right. Well, I think I should start by saying a big congratulations on being named to the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Team of the tournament. How much of an honor is that for you?
Felt overwhelming. I felt very privileged to see my name being there into the squad. Didn't really expecting to see my name there with all the big names out there, the big guns competing. Didn't really expecting to see my name, and then to be on the flight heading to London, and then when I pick up Wi-Fi to see people congratulating me, I was just surprised and just felt happy.
Yeah. We're all very happy for you, Afy. And now that you got some time to really settle and think, what a World Cup it was for the West Indies women. And personally, your performances were so good. We just spoke about how it landed you that spot in the ICC team of the tournament. You ended with 10 wickets from your 5 matches at an average of 11.50. If we were to sit here today and just really reflect, how was the tournament for you?
Well, to be honest, it didn't start up as I wanted it to, but to see that I get into the groove and into the momentum, find that way in the nets and carry it into the game. It felt really good to see that I come out there and just give the performance the team wants from me. As long as the team get the performance from me, to help them to achieve what we want to achieve, to win and thing. Unfortunately, we didn't get over the line in the semis, but it was really good to see that I step up into the other games to really give that fight to help my team to at least reach the semi-finals.
Yeah, and you said your game didn't start how you wanted it, right? And it was the same for the team because you all started with a loss and then went on to bounce back. So now I want to know what happened from that first game, Afy, and then to the rest of the matches where you all appeared to be invincible.
Yeah, nobody wants to lose, but on the side end, a team have to lose. But to be honest, after I lost, I think we wanted it so bad. I think everybody just on the same page. We want to achieve with it and come there without going down with a fight. One game can just deter us out. So I think from everybody being on the same page and back and forth with meetings and trying to help each other out and pull up each other. I think that's help each other to come out there to give that fighting spirit and show teams that we're not just a walkover when it comes to the world stage.
Yeah, and that was so important because for some time we know how West Indies women were taken for granted, and it was so happy to see all of the ladies stamping some really dominant performances and making sure the rest of the teams knew that West Indies women were to be feared. Now, I want to talk a bit, Afy, about your skipper, Hayley Matthews, world-class player. Her numbers, they speak for themselves. But how is she as a leader? I mean, as your captain?
Hayley has grown up since she become the captain. Her leadership skills, her quality have been really good towards the team. She tried to keep the team together. She tried to lead the team from the front. She listened to players. She's been a good leader from when she picked up the role as a captain. I think that she's doing a really good job.
Yeah, and as I ask about Hayley, I have to ask you this. How difficult was it for the team when you all realized that Stephanie Taylor was not going to be fully fit and she may have to sit out some of the matches?
A world-class player like Stephanie, when you hear she had to be ruled out for at least a game, and you're not sure if she would have played the other games. Sometimes it is just bring a kind of break into the team. But as professionals, we have to learn to adapt and adjust quickly. So I think we did that quite well, and as much as we wanted her to play in some of the games, it didn't happen. But we decided that we have some of the players who have what it takes to. So if we could just believe in ourselves and back our skills, we could do it too. We could be like, get the job done also.
And you definitely did that. And I think one of the bright sparks, Afy, for the Windies women's cricket team, it had to be the youngsters that really stepped up. Can you talk to me about, what are your thoughts on those young, promising players within the Windies setup?
I'm really happy, to be honest. I'm really happy to see that the young players, one was hungry also and, was eager to bring in their performance also to help the team. So I was really, really happy to see that their work ethics in the nets, to see that they showed a fight and everything. So, the planning in the nets and the energy, to see that they did that well in the nets and bring it into the game. I thought that was really good of them. To be honest, I'm really happy to see that how they went about their routine and everything.
Yeah, and not to put you on the spot, but is there any one player that you feel is very special based on just interacting with them, looking at, as you said, work ethic, anyone?
No, I just try to bond with all of them and share my experience. Once they come to me, I'll just, share whatever experience, whatever thoughts I have or whatever experience I have. And, I'm always open to all of them. So whoever come to me, I always be open with them and try to teach them as much as I learn from the game. So, I don't have any one special person. I hold all of them, close, and when they come to me, I be open to them.
Yeah, very important. And it's good that they have people like you, Afy, who can talk to them, give them, parts of your experiences and share with them so that when they too are in that position, they have these different stories, these different motivational advice to draw on. Now, after that loss to New Zealand, I listened to Coach Shane Dietz. He was speaking about the tenacity, the fight of the ladies. How is it working with Coach Shane Dietz, especially because he doesn't come from the West Indies? What's it like?
To be honest, he have his ways and his method and bringing different tactics and strategy into the game, in which I learn also, and I find it's rather good to the team and the dynamics and all those things. And it's been really good to learn different things. And to be honest, those new methods he bring in, you could see a difference in the team. You could see a difference with the team in terms of the skills and the performance and the thinking also and the planning. So I think his ideas and coaching methods really bring a difference to certain things in the team.
Yeah, a good difference, dynamics.
Right? Yes. Yes.
All right, just checking.
Yes.
All right. And Afy, are you pleased with the direction that West Indies women's cricket is heading, seeing that, you've been around the setup for some time? Are you pleased?
Yeah, I think that they are doing a good job in terms of trying to get the ladies employed, you know. I mean, like you see that they have contracts, multiple contracts now, plus, you know, academy, and, you know, to see that in my time they didn't have those things, and to see that it's getting bigger and better, and they're trying to help the regionals plus the international level, to see how it come from then to now. I mean, it's a really good thing and a really good achievement and everything for the board, and also for a really good opportunity for players coming into the game now. A really good opportunity that players should, I mean, see as a good opportunity to like capitalize on and you know, make a career out of. You know, it's not just only to make a career out of. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not like
so it's a good opportunity. Yeah, like, you know, back then, you know, you go, you play, you enjoy, and you come back home with. It's not really a career, but it's a career, but not really a paying career.
Correct.
To sustain family and all those things, and then so to see that it comes this far to at least employ you and give you a good salary to, you know, live life and you know, I mean, it's a really good thing.
Afy hails from the Spice Isle, Grenada. Afy, where in Grenada are you from?
I'm from the beautiful village called La Fletcher, which means beautiful girl, in St. Andrews.
Oh, wow. Really nice. I've never been to Grenada. It's one of the countries that I have on my bucket list, and I hope that, you know, one day I can get that and cross it off.
Well, you're missing out, trust me.
I believe you, because, you know, I always hear about the spices. I mean, good cricketers come from your country as well. So, you know, we're always curious to see, but in time. That's a promise to myself. Now, this one is for you. At what age did you realize your love for cricket, and most importantly, you wanted to do it as a job?
Well, I come from the same village that I say, La Fletcher, which are very rich in sporting activities. And so then, as a little girl, I've been going to the park ever since.
Yeah.
Doing both cricket and football. But then at a certain, can't remember which age, that one of the girls who play for Grenada heard about me and reached out to my sister to come out into the national training for Grenada. And then I think it's at age 14.
Okay.
Yeah, I made my debut for the national team Grenada.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been playing at the age of, I've been representing Grenada at the age of 14, and then, you know, just as a little girl, and you just go in there, you're playing, you're enjoying, having fun. And then from there, I think it's at age 19, I think somewhere around there, I get a call to come into a camp to train for the West Indies. And
wow.
I made my debut in 2008 for Ireland. And as I said, at that time, you still ain't thinking about money or anything. You just get the opportunity to go play cricket, and then you get to go see another country and play against persons, opponents, and those things and them. I mean, and from there, I've been dropped from the team for quite a time, and then get back into the team in 2015, and then from say around when I got dropped, say within that time, that's when I realized that, you know, I really want to play the sport, you know.
Yeah.
I really want to get involved into it and, you know, want to pursue, you know, going beyond and just represent and get an opportunity to play.
Right.
And represent.
As you say, dropped, right? Now I'm thinking, within that period, Afy, it must have been a tough period because you're not getting called up to do the thing that you love. How were you able to overcome that point of your life? Like, what did you do during that time? Because you were called back and you were even better than before. So what happened within that period?
Well, within that period, I didn't stop playing, you know. Still went to regionals, and then, like, at a point in time, I was on the verge of giving up. And then, I received a call, and it was like, you're invited to a camp
Wow.
And that's 2015 when I've been invited to a camp, and then from there was no turning back. I just keep working hard, and as an island girl, and the challenges and all those things, you had to work double times harder. So just put myself towards the challenge and just try to keep myself in the fit, and keep myself continue to train, and those things, and from that continue to develop and grow, because as you go along you still learn your skills and master your skills as you get older. And I think that is really the part of my career, when I kind of develop and master and understand my skills and still growing at it.
Yeah. And one of the things people will say is that, you're 37 years old. I tend to say age is not a number, because I look at, in different sports, once you stay fit, once you stay healthy, you can continue to break records and do things. You're 37, you've just been included in the ICC team of the tournament. What keeps you going, Afy, and how important is it to you that you stay fit?
Well, as an athlete, it's really important that you keep your body fit. You must keep your body fit if you want your body to perform the way you want to perform. And you have to be healthy and fit to give off the performance. And as I say, you had to keep learning as you go along. And as I say, I'm 37, it's true, but I don't say it like that,
Correct.
Once my body could give off, I just keep going, Once my body could give off and perform the way it should, and, I help the team in whatever way I can, I just keep going, But as I say, fitness is very key and important to those things. Yeah, health is very important.
Yeah. And in the women's CPL, Afy, you play for the Barbados Royals. You won the competition twice. You're currently the defending champions. How important are competitions like the WCPL for the development of the women's game?
I think it's very important, getting exposure to be amongst those foreign players who are experienced, and some of the young players, they want to learn things, and those overseas players, being with experience and wealth of knowledge. I think being amongst them and playing with them quite useful to, in the tournament, to the players, the young players especially. And I think this tournament also helps in terms of learning the game also, and gaining experience also. So I think it's really good for us in the Caribbean and our young players.
Yeah, because you get to rub shoulders with some international players, you get to pick their brains. And I think that is so important, because we have some youngsters coming into the CPL, and, just getting the chance to have a chat with these Australian players, players. We had Shriyanka Patel, not this season, but the one before, Shabnim Ishmael, I'm talking big names. I think, there is no better experience than that, when you can really just play on the same team or even play against some international players like that. Now, Afy, I want to ask you about this one, because this one is very, very interesting. Motherhood and being a professional athlete. It's one I'm very interested in. How has that journey been for you?
It has been a challenge, but like I always say, you see, once you have a good and strong support, that is one of the most important things to help you through that journey. But from the day that the pregnancy and just thinking about my career and all those things, I was like in quite a bit of emotional and in between of where would my journey take me next.
Yes.
But to see that I went through and survived, and the help that I got from family, friends, the board, everyone around me, coaches, trainers, everyone that you could think about, the support, this just helps. It goes a long way, support. That's one of the biggest things that brought me through.
Yeah, and your son's name is Audie, very, very fancy name. You know what that means. I'm not even going to tell you. So his name is Audie. How do you manage when you're away from him?
I know it's a bit tough. It's a bit challenging. I mean, you just get sometimes, you get a bit of emotional. Sometimes, you wish time could just go by so you could just get to him and all those things. But I mean, again, on the other side, as a professional, you have to know how to balance all those things and control those emotions and all those things. And, that's why you have psychologists also to help in those aspects and all those things.
Yeah, must be tough because I can just imagine. I've heard how sweet he is when he's around the team, how well behaved he is. So, I can only imagine when he's not there with you. But the good thing is, when you play a game and you get good performances, you get to go back home to him. So that's the beauty of being a mom and, of course, a top-class cricketer. We're going to wrap up this part of the interview, Afy, but this is so key that I ask you about it. There's an ODI World Cup to look forward to in 2025. What will preparations look like for that?
I mean, we just had to continue, the team just had to continue on their plans and continue developing their fitness, maintain good health, and, just continue in good spirit and continue working on. I mean, it's a different version now. It's a longer version. So it's all about finding that way and finding how best we can go about in terms of competing in the longer version.
It's now time for my favorite part of today's interview. It's what we call rapid fire time. So Afy, I'll ask you a question and you say the first word or phrase that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Yes.
No do-overs. So best part about being a Grenadian?
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's an absolutely perfect answer because what's there not to love? Now this one, Afy, favorite part about being a cricketer?
A bowler.
Yeah, being a bowler. When you're not playing cricket, what are you doing?
I love to do cook-ups with family, chill with family.
Yeah, I tend to believe family is so important. Now, Afy, who is your favorite cricketer of all time?
Well, to be honest, I don't have any.
Okay. Now, your most memorable moment as a player so far?
I will always put that World Cup win.
Yeah, 2016?
Yes.
Okay. Now, who's the last person you texted?
Stacey and Adams just rang down my phone.
Okay. Now, your favorite cricket ground to bowl at?
Boy. To be honest, I enjoy Dubai there.
Okay. Yeah, you like
enjoy
Dubai?
them.
Yeah. And I mean, it landed you ICC team of the tournament, so why not? Now, which is the most difficult team you faced so far?
Australia, always a challenge.
Yeah. And who is your funniest West Indies teammate?
Oh Lord, Shomilia Connell.
And which of your West Indies teammate has the best fashion sense?
Tight boy, tough. I'll see Henry and Campbell.
Okay, so they're tied for that fashion one. Okay, not a problem. Well, let's go quickly across the social media now to see what they've been saying. So this one is from CNC3 TV, that's in Trinidad and Tobago. They said Windies women drew level 1-1 in their T20 International Series against Sri Lanka after their three most capped players, led by Afy Fletcher, spurred them to a 6-wicket win under the Duckworth-Lewis-Stern method in a rain-affected match on Wednesday. So, Afy, this was before. I'm trying to remember the year this tweet was in and the date. But do you remember this one?
That was in May, I think.
Yeah, and you had a brilliant performance to help your team to that 6-wicket win.
Yes.
Yeah. So, of course, you're getting support there from the media house. Let's take another one, please, another reaction. This one is when you took 3 for 17, a match-winning spell from Afy. Do you remember this performance?
Pakistan, I don't know.
Yeah, it was Pakistan versus Windies women, yeah? And you were flying because those figures are amazing. Another one, please. This was in 2023. I don't know if you can remember. May of 2023, you were repping for your team, and you know, Windies Cricket posted this, a brilliant first innings effort with a ball from Afy. She grabbed 6 wickets. Whoa! 6 wickets against Jamaica. What do you have to say about this one, Afy?
It was a good game.
Yeah.
The wicket was assisting, and you know, just keep bamboozling the players.
I love that. I mean, you literally cleaned up the batters. All right. Well, Afy, I know it's late where you are, so I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. And I look forward to talking to you again really soon. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, folks, that's a wrap for today's episode on In Case You Missed It. Be sure to like, share and comment and let me know what you thought about today's interview with Afy. Goodbye for now.